In the dark, muddy rivers of South America, something moves silently beneath the surface. It does not roar, it does not chase like a shark. It does not show sharp teeth like a crocodile, yet in a single flash, it can release more electricity than a household power outlet. This is not science fiction. This is not a monster from a movie. This is the electric eel, nature's living battery. The electric eel, scientifically known as Electrophorus electricus, is not actually a true eel. It belongs to the knifefish family. It has a long, snake-like body that can grow up to 25 meters, or about 8 feet in length. Its skin is thick, smooth, and usually dark gray or brown, helping it blend into muddy waters unlike most fish. The electric eel must come to the surface to breathe air. Yes, it breathes air. About 80% of its oxygen comes from the air above water, not from the water itself. This means it must rise every few minutes to survive. Electric eels are found in South America. They live mainly in the Amazon River Basin and the Orinoco River Basin. Countries where they are commonly found include Brazil, Peru, Colombia, Venezuela, and Guyana. They prefer slow-moving freshwater rivers, swamps, floodplains, and muddy streams. The water in these areas is often dark and cloudy. Visibility is low. In such conditions, vision is almost useless. So the electric eel relies on something far more powerful: electricity. The electric eel's body contains 3 special electric organs: the main organ, the hunter's organ, and the sacs organ. These organs are made up of thousands of specialized cells called electrocytes. Each cell produces a tiny electrical charge. Individually, they are weak, but when thousands of them fire together, they create a powerful electric shock. It works like batteries stacked in series when activated. These cells can generate up to 600 to 860 volts. Depending on the species, that is more than many household electrical outlets. However, the current is usually low in amperage, which is why humans often survive the shock. But make no mistake, it is powerful enough to stun large animals. The classic electric eel species can produce around 600 volts. Some newly identified species can generate up to 860 volts. To understand this, consider this comparison. A standard wall socket in many countries supplies about 220 to 240 volts. The electric eel can produce more than double that amount. It is considered the strongest bioelectric generator in the animal kingdom. No other animal produces such high voltage naturally. The electric eel does not rely on speed like a predator in open water. Instead, it uses electricity as both a radar and a weapon. First, it emits low-voltage pulses. These small pulses help it sense its environment. Similar to sonar, it can detect nearby objects, hidden prey, and even the movement of muscles when it identifies prey, such as fish, amphibians, or small mammals. It switches to high-voltage mode in a fraction of a second. It releases a powerful electric discharge. The shock causes the prey's muscles to contract uncontrollably. The victim loses control instantly. It becomes paralyzed. The eel then calmly swims forward and swallows its prey whole. Sometimes, it even leaps partially out of the water to shock threats above the surface. Scientists have observed electric eels rising from the water and pressing their chins against attackers while releasing high voltage. The higher they rise, the stronger the shock becomes. It is a defensive strategy designed for maximum impact. Can an electric eel kill a human? The answer is complex. A single shock is rarely fatal to a healthy adult. However, the voltage is extremely painful. It can cause muscle spasms, loss of control, and temporary paralysis. If a person receives multiple shocks, especially in deep water, they could drown. There have been rare reports of deaths, mostly due to drowning after being stunned. For children, elderly individuals, or people with heart conditions, the danger is greater. The electric discharge can interfere with heart rhythm. So while the electric eel is not actively hunting humans, it can become dangerous if threatened or disturbed. In the wild, the electric eel has few natural predators. Large caimans, big catfish, or river dolphins may attempt to attack it, but doing so is risky. When threatened, the eel releases rapid bursts of high-voltage electricity. This shock can stun even large animals. The predator's muscles contract. Its nervous system is overwhelmed. The attacker becomes disoriented. In many cases, the predator quickly retreats. Electricity gives the eel a powerful survival advantage. Instead of sharp teeth or claws, it carries invisible lightning inside its body. In muddy waters, vision is almost useless, so the electric eel uses a system called electrolocation. It emits low-voltage electric fields around its body. When objects enter this field, they disturb it. The eel senses these disturbances and creates a mental map of its surroundings. It can detect hidden prey even if it is buried in mud. This ability makes it a master of its dark environment. The electric eel plays an important role in its ecosystem. It helps control fish populations. It maintains balance in freshwater environments as both predator and prey. It is part of the complex web of life in the Amazon basin. Removing such a species could disrupt the natural balance of the river system. In the silent rivers of South America, power does not always come with noise. It does not need claws. It does not need speed. It does not need fangs. Sometimes power flows quietly beneath the surface. A living current, a hidden storm, a creature made of muscle and lightning. The electric eel reminds us that nature's greatest weapons are often invisible and in the depths of muddy waters. Where light struggles to survive, electricity rules. The next time you think of danger in the wild, you may imagine teeth or claws, but remember, some predators do not bite, they shock.